Hello everybody, and welcome back for another strategies, tactics, and boost video. And it's the second video of the week, which means we are going to discuss about the opening and final round races of the Monaco GP. I hope that you made it to the opening round using our strategies, our qualifying round strategies. And today, as I said, we're going to see the tracks we are racing for the opening and final round. And while we are seeing them, you can notice that for a second time in a row, second event of this season, and Hutch has decided to use the four tracks of our qualifying in the opening and final round too. So we have four tracks that are the same in the qualifying round, opening, and final round. This wasn't the case last season, so this is a new thing. I don't know if it lasts the whole season or if it's something now in the beginning. And probably someone would think, okay, if they are the same, we don't need to see strategies again about them. Well, you never know. I have one change at least in Singapore, and it's the beginning of the season, which means that a lot of changes will come while we are racing. So yeah, stay tuned because a lot of new things are coming in the strategies. Let's not forget that we have Zoo, Synergy, Zenith, and Blaze, the future assets of that are boosted with 10% this week. And let's see our tracks, which are Monaco, of course, Monza, Suzuka, Singapore, Baku, Austin, Montreal, and Abu Dhabi. Okay, so give me 1 second here. Sorry. Now we are ready. Okay, so let's get started. Of course, when we don't have changes in tracks that we have seen in the qualifying round, we're going to just see everything a little bit faster. So first track, Monaco, track stats, defending and cornering. This means that our best boosts are Movember, Hook, Prince, Cranberry, Reindeer, and Gin. As you can see, I know that Movember and Hook are difficult to find, but Prince is the boost of this event. Cranberry, Reindeer, and Gin, more or less some of them we have them. So yeah, these are the best solutions. As I always say, try to use boosts that have both track stats. Now, strategy wise, the best strategy is 4-4. If you can do it soft is a great choice, the best choice, the fastest choice. As I say, you will run out of tires by the end of the stint, but don't worry, you won't lose a lot of time. So yeah, 4-4, soft, and let's see something. Yeah, you see here that on the top of the list we have Movember. If you have Movember and you can use it, then it would be the best choice here because the tire management that Movember will give us. Let's get to the boosts and take a look at Movember. Okay. Yep. Here it is. I don't have much. But as you can see, we have both track stats here, defending and cornering, and some time management boosting, which will you will find it very helpful in this strategy if you are afraid uh, running the end of the stint with zero tires. Okay, alternatively, you can go for soft for medium. You will run out of tires in the first stint, but at the end of the race, you won't have the same issue. And of course, 5-3 if you are afraid, or 3-5 if you are afraid of stacking and you want to do different strategies for your drivers, then the second fastest strategy here is 5-3 medium soft. Okay, if you are so much afraid of running out of tires, then it should be hard soft. Now, it's a cornering track, so this means we need to boost our cornering in our car setup. These are the best. Uh, these are the best cornering parts that you can find. Uh, One of each part and three alternatives, as always. And you can see that we can have a good a good cornering setup with being in series 7. You see, it's we have Thunderbolt, we have Saber, we have Monolith, we have the Juggernaut instead of Thunderbolt, and we have the Valkyrie. So we can have a good. We don't need it. It's not necessary to be in series 12 to have all the parts available to do a good cornering uh, setup. Of course, I have said it more than enough times that being in series 12 is gives us all the choices we need, and we can max out everything. So yeah, this is my goal. I have said it, and I'm going to do it. But you can see that you can find car parts and drivers that can you can use even in lower series, especially car parts. Drivers, it's a little bit another story. So defending and cornering. As we know, the best defenders of the game are the Ferraris, Leclerc and Sainz, and third, we can see Norris, the third best defender of the game. Not of the game, in the game. Okay, next one. Next one is Monza, a defending and speed. Well, it's the temple of the speed. So a defending and speed track. Best choices here are Rainbow, Vice, and Tulip. And if I remember well, give me a second here. Yes, it's also the basic Warrior. It's not as good as Rainbow, Vice, and Tulip. Yes, but for the newcomers that don't have these three boosts, yeah, Warrior is a very good alternative because it has both defending and here you see speed stat boosting. So of course, Rainbow, Vice, Tulip, or Warrior, the best boost for this track. Now, as far as strategies go, I would say go only one pit stop. If you can't go for mediums, then 4-4 with hards for both your drivers. Of course, if you can do mediums, even better. Or you can mix it for medium, for hard, if you are afraid of running out of tires. But one pit strategy is the best at the moment. Maybe later, and maybe when we start at the top of the grid, we will discuss again about 3-3-2, but at the moment let's stick to one pit strategy. Now, speed. This is the best parts you can use to have a high speed setup. And again, here you can see that only out of 9 parts, only one is series 12 and one is series 11. The rest is series 10 and lower. Of course, Beat and Mach 3, Beat and Cyclone are great parts of the best. But as you can see, you can do a great speed setup with parts from lower series. And our drivers, defending drivers, we saw them before, the Ferrari drivers plus Norris. Okay, next one is Japan. And this is one track that I find almost no changes since last season. And it's probably the only track that we have no changes since last season. The same, it's the same tracks, it's the same laps, but it's the same strategies. Okay, Suzuka is a race start and cornering track. So these are the best boosts you can use. Now, as far as strategies, as I told you, it's the same like last season. So, one pit strategy is probably the best, but which tires, which compounds you are going to use, it's entirely up to the drivers you are using. So, it's 4-3 hard medium or medium hard 3-4 or medium 4-3. Okay, yeah, soft hard 3-4. Maybe this is the fastest strategy. The second fastest strategy, no, the fastest strategy, this one plus this one 4-3. So probably in the opening I will race 3-4 soft hard one with one of my drivers, and 4-3 both mediums with the second one. And of course, if we are at the top of the grid, yeah, we can try 2 pit stops. 3-2, go all softs. Even if you run out of tires in the first stint, don't worry, you will get, you won't lose a lot of time. So yeah, all softs, 2 pit stops. I know that we are faster in the track by using softs, but one extra pit stop, it might cost us. So maybe if we are only at the top of the grid. Now, cornering track, we saw it before, we can see it now again. The parts that we use, the best parts that you can use to do a cornering setup. And the best race start drivers, we are talking about Mercedes. This is how it goes. If you don't remember, well, defending is Ferrari. Overtaking is race start is Mercedes. Overtaking if I remember well, is uh, no, I remember well. Overtaking is Red Bull. So we had Red Bull overtaking, defending Ferrari, restart um, Mercedes, and it's a mix of drivers in the tire management. We will see it later. So Hamilton, Russell, and Sainz, the three best race starters. And Marina Bay. Well, we raced in Marina Bay on Wednesday, but we are going to do a change in the video because in my race I used a different strategy than the one, a little bit different than the one I showed you. So let's go and see. First of all, we have a race start and cornering again track. You can see the boosts here. And if you remember, I told you race the best strategy here is 2 pit stops, two medium, so medium soft was what I told you. Yeah, forget about it. Medium soft, medium is the fastest way to go here. And I want to thank Andrew, well, Seninia, for his tip there. He was the one that tried this first. He told me to go for it. I tested it more than 10 times and it works perfectly. So yeah, go for it. Basically what we do here is push like hell in the first stint. Only yellow, go to the toilet, go for a coffee, do whatever you want. 2 laps, second stint, we leave it on yellow. Maybe okay if you don't forget it in that little straight, you can conserve, but that's it. We don't push, we never push the red button, never in the second stint. We are very fast with our softs, and we recharge our power unit this way. And when we get to our third stint with a full power unit, we are very aggressive again in our last stint. So this is the fastest way to go in Singapore. Of course, alternatively, and if you are afraid of stacking, you can go for 1 pit stop, 3-3, both with cards. I know that a very, very good player of the game has told me, and he has written in the comment section that 3-3 with Nazar mediums is a very fast choice here, and probably it is. But again, if you ask me, I would say to you, go for 2 pit stops, medium, soft, medium. Nothing faster than that. But I will have to try it more than once, the 3-3 medium, to see if it works and how fast it is. Okay, our cornering, our best cornering car parts. And again, our Mercedes drivers for the best race start. So, next one, Baku, an overtaking and speed track, a very fast and furious track, I would rather say. And here, as you can see, we have all the Fast and Furious, almost all the Fast and Furious boosts. Unstoppable, Skull, Eclipse are all there. Eternal Flame, if we need some tire management also, great option. And of course Firework and Hex, as you can see, all of them with a total of 35 and above, which is very high. So this is a good combination, overtaking and speed. There are a lot of boosts, good boosts, that can help us in this in the tracks that have overtaking and speed, like Baku. So 3-4 soft medium. Don't forget Baku is 7 laps. And 4-3 medium soft are the fastest choices. Now at the beginning of the season, I will say it once again, one pit stop is way better than 2 pit stops. So we like to trust one pit strategies more than 2 pit strategies. Well, not always. You saw that in Singapore. I told you go only for 2 pit stops, but 90% of the tracks is better at this moment to be with 1 pit stop. And if your drivers cannot go 4 laps with mediums or 3 laps with softs, then Eternal Flame is the only way to go, because Eternal Flame has both. Okay, here we are. Eternal Flame, as you can see, has both of our track stats, overtaking there, and speed, and plus a little bit of tire management in order to help our drivers do the 4 laps with mediums and 3 laps with softs. Okay, alternatively, if you're afraid of 1 pit stop, if you think that you will lose a lot of time without tires, okay, then 3 2 2 2 pit stops, all softs. Don't be afraid, even if your driver cannot go 3 laps with softs entirely. Don't worry, even if you don't use Eternal Flame, you won't lose a lot of time. Okay, so let's see our setups. It's a speed setup, and we can see it here. Again, as you can see, only 1, 12, and 11. Yeah, we saw it before that, Beat and Cyclone. But as you can see, the best setups are not only from highest series. You can find great parts in lower series too. And drivers, as I told you, overtaking means Red Bull, Verstappen, Perez, and our third driver is Alonso, very similar to Perez. So next one is Austin. We have raced in Austin in the previous GP. We are racing again now, and these are the boosts you can use. Basically, I would go with Rooster and or Frost and Gladiator at this point again of the season, because Austin needs a lot of tires. If we want to go 3-4 soft medium, the only way is by using Frost. It needs a lot of tire management boosting. So if you want to go 3-4, 4-3 soft medium, medium soft, the only way is with Frost, or have drivers with great tire management. Okay, it's a power unit. As far as the car setup, it's a power unit track. So now we see the power unit setup. And here we have 312 312 series parts, but as you can see, give me a second. Yes, suspend the gearbox bit is not the best in power unit. A Series 8 gearbox, the Quantum, is better, and we can change suspension and engine, reactor and powerhouse with the Pulse and Mad Dash. Yeah, I know we're going to lose a lot, of course, but still, this is going to be a very good power unit setup. So don't be disappointed because it's the beginning of the season that you are still in low levels. Even with low level parts, you can create a setup that fits the track. And of course, race start again, so this means Mercedes drivers and Sainz. Okay, next one is Canada, which was one of my favorites last season. Still is a very good track, overtaking and cornering track. So as you can see, it's Cranberry, Koopa, Glitz, and Wood Herald. And don't forget, Wood is very useful in when we do two pit strategies. So the fastest way to go 4-4 with mediums, probably yes. But again, like last season, softs are flying in Canada. So Koopa is an excellent choice, of course, of boosting here, but probably would fit this race because of the pit, the small pit time that we're going to have. I basically use both both strategies. One driver 4-4 and the other one 3-3-2. So they are fairly equal. It all depends on the race start you are doing. We know that, especially now that we are starting at the back. But it also helps us avoid stacking. So if you ask me, I would still go one driver 4-4 mediums and the other one 3-3-2 with softs. And we are back to our cornering setup, which, if you can see, don't have Series 12, a Series 12 car part, 2 from Series 11. And our overtaking drivers, Red Bull drivers and Alonso. Okay, and finally we have Abu Dhabi, which is the first tire management track we have, and the only tire management track we have in this GP. It's tire management and speed. It's a good opportunity to see the tire management drivers, to remind them. And here, 9 out of 10 times we're going to use Eagle because we need the boosting in our tire management, the big boosting in our tire management. Else we can use Deadfast or Eternal Flame. The strategy, one pit strategy, again here is the fastest way to go. 4-3 medium soft and 3-4 soft medium. If you are afraid of your tire management, then you can go with 4-3 hard medium, but then don't use eagle. Maybe it's better to use dead fast. So give me a second here to find dead fast. If I can find it, maybe I can find it. Yes, I found it. Okay. So because it will give us some tire management, but a lot of speed. Yeah, a lot of speed and power unit. And by using hards and mediums, we don't need too much tire management. We mostly need speed and we mostly need speed. Okay, our speed setup and our tire management drivers, which are not from one team. We have an Aston Martin driver, a McLaren driver, and a Mercedes driver, Alonso, Piastri, and Hamilton, the three best drivers, the three best tire management drivers. Okay. So, second here. Okay, thank you so much. And so that's it for today. That's the strategies we're going to see. Let's have a look. Let's have a look again at our tracks. Yeah, we can do it. Okay, and yeah, great. So, that's it for today. I hope we helped you. The strategies will keep changing and adapting to all the new facts we are learning of the new facts of the game we are learning, because it's just week two, week three of the game. So be patient. Don't get disappointed if something doesn't work. It needs time. It takes time to master the game if you are a new player. So for that, stay tuned in this channel. More videos are coming, and don't miss out my live streams where we discuss everything live. So subscribe to the channel, press that little bell that will notify you when I upload a video or I'm live streaming. Smash the like button, and in the description below of this video, find my Discord server link and join my Discord server where we can discuss everything 24/7. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching the video. See you in my live streams this weekend. Best of luck to your races. Goodbye, everybody.